Late at night or broad daylight, she's bringing the truth into the fight, shining a light where the shadows creep, for the lost, the stolen, the ones who will weep. She won't turn away, she won't back down, even when the loony clowns come round. Threats don't shake her, lies don't win. She stands for justice, right till the end. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find Kid True Crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the line. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok too, Facebook stream, she'll fight for you. Some chase fame, some chase views, but she fights for those with nothing to lose. For the kids who vanish without a trace, she won't stop till she cracks the case. They try to silence, they try to scare, but truth don't break and she's still there, calling out monsters, showing their game. Justice comes when you speak their name. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find Kid True Crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the line. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok too, Facebook stream, she'll fight for you. So if you're lost or need a voice, kids stand strong, she makes the choice. For victims gone, for those in need, she's fighting hard, she won't concede. Want the truth, want the best, wanna be safe as you chat. Find Kid True Crime, it's worth your time. She's got your back, she's on the line. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok too, Facebook streams, she'll fight for you. At the end of the day, this is all we have to say. Fight for them, always have her back. He will take you right in the sack.
Good morning, and how are you? Hey, G17 classified, how are you? How are you? I know I'm early, people, but you know what? You know what me and Nala is going to do today, so I thought, okay, I'm going to start a little bit earlier, and I do want to say, boy, I'm telling you, there's people on TikTok, I will say. I'm going to have to go live from there. Team Lauren, Team Lauren, Team Lauren. These people obviously haven't seen anything. I'm Team Truth, Team Facts. That's what I am. That's what I am. So we're going to go over some documents. Oh, here. I want to thank Jay for Justice because she sent me these and I really appreciate that. So let me get her channel link. Hold on a minute. Hold on, because that's what you do, people. That's what you do. So I think that's really cool. She did that for me when I asked. I mean, she don't know me or anything, but that was cool. That's what creators do, real creators, right? Hold on. I'm getting her channel link. I'm sure everybody knows who Jay is, but you know. There you go. There's that. Okay, that worked. Wonderful. So what we're going to do here, we are going to go through the documents. Okay, these are the documents, and they start 619, right? Everything that has been gone through the courts until 1010 plus, okay. Oh, that's cool. The court audio thing was here too. Oh, shoot. Okay, whatever. And then all the exhibits from Lauren, I'm sorry. And there's 22 exhibits. This is going to be good. These people obviously haven't heard the court audio. I know. And see, hold on, I got to take a drink. And on TikTok, people just scroll, and they believe whatever. No, you got to do research. I ain't team nobody. I'm team me. Yes, I am. I'm team me. Okay, let's get into it. So we're going to go the first. Okay, Henderson Police Report. That's what we're going to get into. Oh, this is going to be good. Holy crap, look at all these pages. Holy crap, people. This is going to be good. Oh, let me take this down. Hold on. There we go. How does that look on the screen? Oh, let's take this down. We can't be having that. Let's put me where? Down here? How's that? Is that good? It's good to me. Hold on. Let's make it bigger. Oh, yes. So this is from Henderson's Police Department on 9/4 at 12:28:45 p.m. It says here, though, time and date 7/3/2025. Type follow-up. Okay, 7/3. There's the comment. Attempted to contact Christina per email received from her and as follow-up on initial call, no answer, and left voicemail. And that was at 4/12:02. And then, let's see. Christina returned my call at approximately 1819 hours. What's this? Okay. NBICS recorded and labeled with the original incident number. Oh, God. Christina advised that she did not make copies of text messages, although during conversation alluded to having copies. The discussion changed to a comment, or maybe she should start saving copies to protect herself in the future. Additional conversation mentioned was how Lauren is worried about her reputation and seems to be using the police to basically scare other people. You can't do that. And it's not okay. In my opinion, it sounds like this is what's going on, man. It's sick. It's sick to me to take advantage of, use the court as a weapon and the police. What a waste of time. Hey, from the bushes, Melissa from the bushes. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. All right. Where am I? Worried about her reputation and seems to be using the police basically to scare people off. Mentioned Lauren has made, okay. So this is interesting. Do you see the dates here and times? I'm just going to continue reading. Mentioned Lauren has been made many statements about others that will make Lauren look bad if the statements were to get out to the public. We talked about Nevada law for two-party consent with recording phone calls. Ooh. I previously observed Nevada case law that included text messages. Christina asked about how Nevada law would affect her if she does not live in Nevada. And she wanted to know if the case law the two-party text messages was connected with. Okay, Ditech Financial, LLC versus Buckles. Oh, it's case law. Okay. Prohibits a person recording a telephone call unless both parties are participating. So Nevada is a two-party consent state, people. Just so you know. Okay, they're just talking about case law here, so we don't need to read that. Okay, let's see. Why are they putting this in here? That's weird. We don't need to look at this. All right, so that's just case law there. So one at a time, Pages. Let me go look at the comments real quick. Thank you for being here. That's what I'm feeling, and people can dislike me all they want and whatever, but this is what I'm seeing also, and it's gross. And IJ13, what is going on with everybody's names? What is YouTube doing? YouTube, leave the names alone. Okay, now we're going to go to, okay, this is what I want to say. This is Grayson and Lauren's declaration. Okay. Here we go. Boy, this is going to be good. How, you know what? How did, she's really good. She's really good at pulling at your heartstrings, right? And she tried to get ahead of everything. But I will say the brother thing is really messed up. That video is really messed up. Okay. And if she talked about the victims of the cases that she covers, disgusting. She don't deserve to have a channel. I know my name changed a few months ago on other channels. I know, it's so weird. Okay, let's do it. So this is, let's see, filed August 28th. Lauren versus Christina. Declaration of Grayson, which is her producer. Okay, my name is Grayson. She's over the age 18. I met Christina May of 2024. After meeting her, I never had much contact with her until October of 2024. After that, I became friendly with Christina. I began doing some work for Lauren the same month after transitioning to full-time work shortly after. Lauren had hired Christina to do graphic design, and I would oftentimes be more or less the one overseeing what was being done, requesting things, needing, and scheduling calls if needed. Christina and I would eventually become what I considered friends because we both did work for Lauren and were friends. There were many conversations that revolved around Lauren and her mental health and anguish as both her mother and her brother laid on hospice at the same time. Quit using stuff like that. I know it's tough, right? But In April 2025, I was sitting upstairs at the Maricopa County Courthouse when Lauren let me know she had been confronted by Christina and told all of her text messages were being released. What came next was something I don't even know how to describe other than it came out of a movie and became the worst 4 months of my life, safety-wise. The day we left court, we were reporting, and Lauren had a panic attack. Lauren and I are together every day, all day, every day. I had never seen something like that before. Over the next few weeks, I would show up to work, and Christina's friend, Janice, would film me for no other reason than to harass me and intimidate me. Then on June 19th, I spoke to someone who told me to brace myself and that things were going to go public. She didn't willingly give up any other information other than wanted Lauren's head on a platter. This is not a threat. This is not a threat. This is all figure of speeches. And this is my opinion about these girls. I'll call them the mean girls, right? And they're just trying to intimidate her. Immediately informed Lauren what was going on, and I made a decision to call the police as I was worried for our safety. Why? Why would you waste time like that? Shortly after that, Christina started a TikTok and Instagram account. Christina continues to target Lauren, John, and anyone who is friends or works with them on the regular with her post. As for now, I've seen it affect Lauren. Okay, this is what I want to say about Lauren. I can say something without a doubt that this has caused extreme fear, overwhelming panic, paralyzing anxiety, and relentless emotion turmoil. Okay, what? Why? Because somebody's making videos and talking. It makes you wonder, what are you hiding? But also, in my opinion, Lauren is not you. She's got over 300,000 subs. Okay. And Christina she didn't even have at one time, 400? I think she's got more now. And she's all worried. What are you worried about, Lauren? What did you do, Lauren? What did you do? I'm just saying. Okay. I've seen her go from spending every moment when not working with her little boy carefree to spending every moment not working, consumed by making sure her son and husband stay safe and trying to find ways to stop the escalation. This is on the internet. Nobody's coming to your home. What the hell? I'm sorry. As for her husband, John, I have seen him go completely lacerated and focused on work and barely being able to work. Hold on a minute. And I'll look at the comments, but I just want to share this a minute. All right, this clip came from Queen Bee's live, but I want to make my remarks on it. This is shocking to me, people. This was 3 days ago on her Patreon. If she was really afraid for her life, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be doing this.
Oh, they're listening. Go ahead.
Thanks for being a Patreon member.
Dude, you can't put that in.
I don't know what else to say. Weird, but
very weird.
Well, I guess I could say thanks to all of our Patreons except our stalkers. Like, I don't know. That's weird.
No, I'm grateful for that too. Supporting our
why don't we say thanks to our Patreons, including our stalkers. And hey, if you guys really want the scoop, you're gonna have to upgrade your tier level.
You want all the private text.
Yeah, please.
Wow. Okay. I'm not trying to be a hater or anything, but for somebody that's been truly, truly, truly stalked, I find this really I don't know the word, you guys. If you're using these orders for your own personal reason, that is sad. I don't think this is funny one bit. Let me carry on.
Please upgrade your tier level to get the full,
money.
Yeah, as we sit here and laugh and giggle because.
Okay, I don't want to hear her part. I just, I want to hear what I got to say.
Oh, they're listening. Go ahead.
Thanks for being a Patreon member.
Dude, you can't put that in.
I don't know what else to say. It's weird, but
very weird.
Well, I guess I could say thanks to all of our Patreons except our stalkers. Like, I don't know. That's weird.
No, I'm grateful for that too. Supporting our
why don't we say thanks to our Patreons, including our stalkers. And hey, if you guys really want the scoop, you're gonna have to upgrade your tier level.
Yeah. You want all the private text.
Yeah, please upgrade your tier level to get the full Patreon experience.
Yeah,
Okay.
as we sit here and laugh.
Okay, Lauren, what happened to those tears? I even feel bad for you. But the more I learn, you put yourself here. And if you're using the system like that, I'm very disgusted. Your husband, as a psychologist, should know better than to do this. That's all I gotta say. So there's that. There's that, people. Let me go look at the comment. Why I'm echoing? No, that was Queen Bee's recording. I took her recording for me to comment on what I heard. Yeah. I know. I don't know. Right? She's so young. Grayson's so young. Really is a good chance that they live in a gated community. I bet they do. Even gated with guard. Yeah. Is she? Oh. Oh my God. She better not have said something about anybody in that case. I got my opinions, but I'll keep it there. Let's get back to it. All right. So they're worried for their safety. So her husband, I have seen him go completely lasered on work to barely being able to work it out. Come on, you guys. Sorry. Every work meeting, we have him expressing his fear and concern, not only for him, but for Lauren. On July 7th, he took me aside and cried, explaining that he had been woken up at 5 a.m. by Lauren rocking in bed that morning, who cheerfully told him she wanted to unalive herself. John informed me, as I am the one most often with Lauren during the day. After that, things intensified as we made sure Lauren was never alone and kept a close eye on the situation. As for me, I have lived every day in complete fear, persistent anxiety, suffocating dread, crushing weight of uncertainty. What? I called the police for help in June, and I live in fear that because of the people will learn my address and show up to continue their harassment. Let me tell you something. You're going to be on, this is sad, I'm going to say this. If you're going to be a YouTuber, if you're going to, what? She was? Oh boy. Oh boy. And what was I going to say? Where am I? You're going to get trolls, right? You got to have a thick skin. This is no reason to be calling law enforcement. Hey, you know what? I was going to try to get my 911 calls, okay, for my experience, to show real fear, okay? To show real fear. And the pictures of the bloodbath in my situation, okay? Yeah. All right. People in my industry have sent me TikTok and Instagram, knowing it is about Lauren. Don't watch it then. Just to make sure I'm aware of it, furthering my anxiety about how far and wide this targeted approach is going. You guys are doing this to yourself. You guys need to, there's a block button, okay? And you can delete stuff. As a national news reporter even spoke to me on the phone, informed me that Christina had spoken to them about Lauren and I. Christina was not asked about us by this person. Instead, she intentionally sought out this person just to speak to us, to them, to cause harm to business relationships. On July 23rd, I was in Boise working at the Kohlberger sentencing. That day, Janice filmed me constantly. I felt entirely unsafe. That night at dinner, Lori, Sarah approached our table. Who are these people? Approached our table. Oh, I know who this is. I didn't know at the time, but Lauren had taken a video of me in complete emotional distress that evening. They are, I'm not trying to be mean. They are working on each other's fears. They're doing that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. And her husband should know that as a psychologist, not sit there and cry to Grayson about it. Why are you doing that to that young little girl? To me, she's a little girl. Okay. She's young, very young. Wow. All right. The video shows the reputation of what many days and nights of my life have looked like since all this began. I live in fear every day. I can't even go to work in public places without fear. Oh my God. Do you guys want to see fear? Do you guys want to see fear? What I dealt with? Holy crap. My situation? I got to turn on my phone, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. You guys want to see fear? Fuck. I'm not talking to you guys. The whole starting her video from bed crying. Just, ugh. Misty, why is everybody's names different? I'm getting confused. Okay, let's continue. This has spanned multiple states, and I feel like I'm consistently being threatened, monitored, and stalked while Christina posts all about it on social media. I had to see a psychiatrist and get on anxiety meds to manage the anxiety I felt. Oh my God. I had get prescribed medication to sleep at night. I have not been able to sleep well. Many nights I have texts. There's the problem right there. You and Lauren are feeding off each other's whatever. I have texted Lauren and others around me in the middle of the night in complete panic. Well, it's been slightly effective. I still wake up every day in complete dread. Instead of starting my day thinking about all I'm going to accomplish, I start my day checking my phone and checking my home cameras. Oh, come on. Making the rounds to ensure I'm safe. Boy, that's sad. I'm constantly checking my doors to make sure they're locked. Come on. If these people show up to my place of work with no regard, just to stalk and harass Lauren and I, who is to say they won't show up at my home? The mental toll this has taken on is beyond my description. I've spent hours on the phone with my own father crying about my fears and safety for both Lauren and myself. I have felt like I'm drowning for 4 months with nowhere to turn and no way to make it stop. I fear our safety and well-being. Christina has continued her targeted attacks for months. She has not stopped or backed down. Instead, she continued to escalate day by day. I can't keep living like this every day. It has caused great harm to my mental and physical well-being. Wow. Is it? It's 23 here. YouTube is what your channel. That's stupid. Yes, Misty. This is insane. Okay. Declaration of Lauren. Here we go. We got this. She met Christina in April 2024. During the summer 2024, she was doing contract graphic designs for her. However, the past few months, Christina has been intentionally targeting me, stalking me, making me fearful for my safety and well-being, as well as the safety for my family, my producer, Grayson. Christina also been using a group of people to help achieve her goal. April 9, 2025, Christina confronted me in the courthouse in Maricopa County, Arizona, while I was reporting on the Daybell trial. Christina came up to me, cried, and let me know that she heard what I was saying about her, that 2 former contract workers were releasing text messages I had with them during the employment with me. Okay, the text about Christina stated that she was annoying. I apologized for hurting her feelings and even followed up with text message, taking accountability. Okay, I do want to say this. Christina, to me, is a different breed. Okay? That's all I got to say. Later that night, I received a threatening voicemail from someone named Liz. Oh, let's go to that. We are going to go to Exhibit 3. Hold on, let's get Exhibit 3 up. We're going to listen to the voicemail. Hold up. We got it, people. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Hold on. Okay, we're going to bring up the voicemail. This is Exhibit 3. Here we go. Oh,
Hey, Lauren, it's Liz. Let me remind you, Liz, I know you don't recall my name, but I actually think you do recall my name. But I'd like to talk to you for a second. I'd like to talk to you about number one, I guess, why you don't remember my name. But number two,
yes.
I'd like to talk to you about why you are so upset about texts that you have sent to me in group chats about other people who I'm sure you don't. I'm sure it's hard to admit that you have said those things about those people, but I want to clear it up with you. So I would appreciate if you would call me back. No, not trying to be threatening or anything. I would truly like to clarify maybe where I'm missing something. So if you would please give me a call back, I would appreciate it. My number is
Okay. So allegedly
my
that
name
is
is Liz, Liz. In case you don't remember, Liz, Liz.
oh my God, weirdos.
Don't
I'm
want
sorry. I'm sorry. These people are weird. I don't care. I don't care. And this is not, to me, this is not a threatening voicemail. These people don't know how to have an open dialogue. They're so fucking weird. They're so weird. I'm starting to think. Yes. There's a lot of different breeds. Yes, there is. And I'm one of them. I'm a different breed. I don't know who that lady is, but that's the threatening voicemail. So let's get back to Lauren's declaration here. I forgot to show Exhibit 2, but that's okay. All right. She brought up the fact that I said I didn't know who she was, which was something I told Christina during our conversation. I sent Christina a text message stating to please not share our conversation, that it was private, as I was feeling threatened. Exhibit 4. Let's go to Exhibit 4. Here we go, guys. Here's Exhibit 4. We're going to do this, people. We're going to do it just like it's put out there, okay? So we're going to look at Exhibit 4. Exhibit 4. There we go. All right. Here we go. Christina. Okay, this is April 9th. This is from Lauren. Hey, Christina, I would appreciate you not talk about our private conversations, which you described as vulnerable with other people. I've done this for you, yet I'm already getting calls about things I said to you in confidence, and I feel threatened. Do not screenshot or share private conversations that are meant to be private. Do not share things I've said to you in private because they are considered private. I retaliate. This is becoming a threatening matter, and I will have to take legal action if this continues. Christina says, Lauren, I can confidently say what you're claiming is false. I haven't talked to anyone about our conversations. As for you, your other request, I think you already know I'm not the one you need to worry about when it comes to sharing private conversations. I'll be honest, receiving a message like this, especially with accusations and threats, really puts salt in the wound. I didn't expect that from you. Okay, let's get back to it. Yeah. All right. Let's see, where are we? A couple days later, I was sent a Reddit comment. Uh-oh. It was made by Christina alleging I was plagiarizing and had poached an employee from another person in my industry. I text her requesting that she does not defame my business online, and if she believes I'm plagiarizing, to please report me. She denied that they were her posts, despite evidence from her account showing it was her account. Some back and forth. I blocked her as I began to feel unsafe. Let's look at the Exhibit 5. Hold on. We're going to look at the post from Reddit. Wow, this is crazy. Oh, they made a video about it? I don't know who that lady is, but she sounded, yeah. All right, here's the Reddit post they're talking about. Let's do this. Oh, shoot, I can't read that. Hold on a minute. Let's back her up. How do you know this? I want to see the post. Hold on a minute. What's going on? Dun, dun, dun. We can't read that. Hold on. I'm going to do my best. Hold up. All right. Let's see. It says, I started watching her at one point, then slowly realized something about her scripts aggravated me, but I can't put my fingers on what it is. Like she's trying to use as many words as possible to make a video longer. Am I crazy, or are her, oh God, I can't even read that, scripts way overly wordly? Yeah, the excessive video clips is just to drag it out so long. If you go back to her early videos before all the fancy drama or backdrop lightings podcast sponsors, there are the ones I enjoy. I started watching during the second backdrop. God, I'm having a hard time. You could legally see her changing as the money. That's what happens, people. That is the truth. Some people change drastically. She started to get annoying with the your true crime bestie openings. What? Okay. Supposedly Lauren approached somebody, employee, and had employees recycling scripts like they did for Annie for Lauren. It's heartbreaking to me that I would go from friends to you thinking I would participate in plagiarism. It's something I would never do. And if you really think I would, you should report me. To post this on a public forum is so shocking. I don't even know what I did to deserve this. See, I'm deeply apologetic for the things I initially thought about you as I got to know you. Yes, I made mistakes and misjudgments. Hold on a minute. Is there more? There's probably more. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? What is she? Oh my God. Okay, we'll get back to that. That is crazy. Oh my God. She's doing too much, people. Doing way too much. Okay, we'll get back to that exhibit later. I'll keep that open. Holy crap. Sorry, I don't want to waste your time. Let's do this. All right. All right. Oh my God, there's more. Okay. Okay, as soon as we get done with Lauren's declaration, we will go through the exhibits. Okay, after some back and forth, I blocked her as I began to feel unsafe. Oh, Jesus She then sent me an aggressive email, and I sent a response asking that she not contact me, as I was once again feeling threatened. On April 15, 2025, I was confronted by a friend of Christina's named Janice at the same courthouse. This incident is on film. Oh, yeah, I want to talk about that. On film, Janice was told by bailiff she needs to leave me alone and stay away from me. Fast forward to June. Christina created both a TikTok and an Instagram account solely about me, where she continues to post harmful things about me in efforts to expose me. The first TikTok about me posted on her personal page and later on her targeted page is her telling her friends that I wanted, this is so wrong, that I wanted to use my brother's sperm with an egg donor so that I or a surrogate could carry his baby. Yeah, that was gross. That should be taken down. My brother passed away in March after a devastating ATV accident in 2023. Christina is telling her followers that I wanted non-consensual collect my brother's sperm while he laid in a vegetative state, unable to walk, talk, or have any basic functions without assistance, to have a child with him. Led to flurry of comments from people about me, including one of being a form of R, to which Christina responds, yeah, you may be right. See, Christina, that was gross. And you're going to get a lot of karma for that video you made, just saying. She had since made multiple TikToks about this so-called grape and claims that I want to, you know what, ick. On June 19th, I received a word that things were going to go public. And people wanted my head on a platter. I called the police. God, what a waste of time. I called the police as I once again, fearful for my safety, with such vague threats. The police called Christina, and she recorded the phone call and posted on TikTok and Instagram, mocking the police officer. On July 12, 2025, she began posting clips of my voice on her targeted social media accounts. The first clip of my voice was part of the conversation we had at the courthouse on April 9, 2025, despite the courthouse having no recording policy. The video, in which she compared me to infamous murderer Jodi Arias, has gained over 33,000 views on TikTok. Quit watching her then. Block her. Don't watch them. On July 13th, she posted a video with me, photo of me, which is well-known photo with a clown emoji over my face. Once again, trying to get people to identify who I am, to come after me. On July 17th, I was on an episode of Mormon Stories podcast, and Christina wrote in the comments with I Majoni in effort to let people know she was watching. I'll look at the comments in a minute. Shortly after the episode premiered on July 17th, John, the host of Mormon Stories, received a cryptic email thread about me with a link to a TikTok. In this thread, the writer of emails claims that Christina will continue to post horrible things I have done. And she intentionally not using my name, but it is about me. On July 23rd, 2025, I was in Boise, Idaho, reporting on the Kohlberger sentencing. Prior to the press conference, I was looking for a seat. There was not many, but there was one open next to a woman named Lindsay, who is a former producer of mine and a close friend of Christina's. I asked Lindsay if the seat was available, and a woman named Lori, also one of Christina's friends, began screaming at me not to talk to Lindsay because I had previously sent her a cease and desist. I simply ignored and walked away. During that day, myself and my producer, Grayson, were consistently filmed by Christina's group of friends, which included Lindsay, Janice, Lori. I'm shocked Lori Day is involved. Sarah, Julie, Emma, all involved in committing and reposting the content on these targeted social media pages. That night, my producer and I went to a local restaurant in Boise to have dinner after sentencing. We sat outside the restaurant and were enjoying our dinner when I noticed Janice was filming me from outside the restaurant property. I turned on my camera for safety, and shortly after that, Lori and Sarah came up to my dinner table confronting me. Janice continued to film the confrontation from outside the restaurant. The waiter came over as Lori walked away, and Sarah continued the confrontation. After leaving the restaurant, they walked to the restaurant across the street there, waiting for us to leave the restaurant where we were eating. Oh my God, let me take a drink. Hold on. Okay. Both myself and Grayson feared for our safety and eventually called the police to escort me. After hearing about everything, Officer Jacobs called the on-call prosecutor and took a report for stalking. This is a current matter being investigated by the Boise Police Department. The report will reflect that we had no idea that this group had eaten dinner at the same restaurant. The waiter explained to us that the officer that they had been eating inside. We never went inside, so we simply unaware they were there. However, after the incident, Christina made a social media video about the incident, claiming that her and her friends were defending Lindsay, who has received a cease and desist. Is that Lindsay? Is that the one that called on the phone? I don't know. In the video posted on August 8th, Christina used a audio clip of me from a recent interview I did on July 27th. On July 29, 2025, Christina also posted another video of my voice. We will get into the exhibits later, people. On August 6th, Christina published a video with photos of my husband's website. My husband is a clinical and forensic psychologist licensed in Utah and Nevada. Christina questioned his credentials and spoke about calling the UNLV, where he is a professor, to inquire about whether he, okay, what is that? What kind of, does anybody know what that means, that word there, guys? What kind of professor is that? John has been an informal professor for over 20 years and takes on a new student every year, supervising them as they work on their thesis. Okay. August 13th, Christina posted screenshots of her correspondence from April, in which I clearly state I feel threatened, once again showing no regard for my safety. What I do want to say, I think it's wrong to share, if you had, okay, I would never share anybody's text messages. I just won't do it, people. I couldn't do it. No. Okay, she felt threatened. She felt threatened, people. After that date, she continued posting more social media videos about me. Quit watching then, Lauren. Quit watching. She has posted 50 TikToks and 33 Instagram posts about me. Quit watching. That's all you got to do is quit watching. Believe me, it goes away. She continues to share my voice, my photos, and use search engine optimism on these platforms. So if you look up my name, her videos come up. They do. Her group of friends continue to comment and harass. Not only has she contacted UNLV, where my husband supervises students, John, she also contacted the producer of a national news show, advising them not to work with me, other colleagues of mine, and also approach victims of major crimes that I work with. How can you, what do you mean by this? I want to know, victims of major crimes that I work with. What does that mean, Lauren? So you're telling me these victims that you have gotten close to, it's work? It's work only? I don't know. I just caught that. Interesting. To tell them I am who I am. To tell them I am not who I am. She became entirely obsessed with me, doing anything she can to make me feel unsafe and fearful. She has done the same with my family, my producer. My producer is so fearful. She has to see a psychiatrist to get on medication for anxiety, as well as medication to simply be able to sleep at night. My husband's blood pressure is far higher than ever, and doctors are concerned about his health. He is not sleeping due to the fear and anxiety. Why? I don't understand. Why is he in fear? What is he in fear of? Videos on the internet? Videos on the internet. I live in constant fear about being followed, harassed, both at home and when I go to work in other states as well as online. I cannot function my day-to-day life due to obsessive campaign against me, how it is affecting my mental and well-being. Christina uses herself as well as others to continue to harass and stalk me daily. These attacks are unrelenting, and she will not stop. I fear for our safety and well-being. Every day it feels like the walls are closing in. You need to go somewhere. You need to go to the hospital. And I'm not even being mean. You need to go and get help. And there's no escape for terrifying, obsessive, unrelentless attacks on us, our reputation, and our work. You need to go into the hospital. You need some help. I feel threatened and danger 24/7. Wow. I cannot continue to live in fear every single day, wondering what will happen next. Oh my God, people. I got a lot to say. The stress of this has already caused many dangerous health side effects for my husband, for myself, my family, my producer. Positively malicious, and I have already described a painful but important detail. I am fearful of how she will continue to take things if the court does not step in to help me and us. I need the social media attacks and cyber stalking to stop. She has contacted people I work with, harming relationships with no basis. I need to be able to show up to work and work events without being fearful of my safety and confrontations. I need to be able to function day to day and not wonder what is coming next. You need to go into the hospital and get yourself some help. You need to do a reset, Lauren, and put yourself in the hospital if you got all these fears, because it's coming from inside. It's coming from within you. Okay? That's what's going on here. Wow. Wow. Look who's here. Spitfire. Hey, girl. Yes, yes, yes. You know what? The Mean Girl stuff. She's quit watching the videos. Quit watching. And you tell your peoples, that are Team Lauren or whatever, how you people are saying, to not send you anything. Boom, 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 bada bing. Out of sight, out of mind. Yep. Yeah, something's coming out. She should be talking about families of crime. That's what she's worried about. Something's going on here. This is part of raising the influence myself. I'm missing all these. I'm sorry. God, that was a lot. Annoying, immature, retaliation, possible harassment. Oh, God. You know what? Yeah. Oh, hold on a minute. I got to turn off my notifications. We got a lot more people. We got a lot. Hold on. Okay. Had to turn off my notifications. It's messing me up. Hey, girl. All right. We are going to go to now. Let me look. This is Lauren's second declaration. Holy crap. Another one. I'm telling you, people, we got a lot, and I'm not kidding. I'm probably going to have to do this in two, part 1 and part 2. There's so much. All right. So what we got here? Oh my God. 18 pages? Lauren. Holy crap, girl. I'm telling you. All right. There we go. All right. So this is second declaration from Lauren. Okay, we already know that. I am the petitioner. Since being served with a civil stalking injunction, the respondent has violated its terms. These ongoing violations have heightened my fear and concern for the safety of both myself, my family. The respondent's actions has demonstrated a clear disregard for the court's order and deliberate intent to continue targeting, stalking, harassing me, even while active injunction remains in effect. I want to know how she got that. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I have that. How did she get that? Does it? Okay, I don't think I got that. Hold on a minute. I want to know how she got this. I want to know how she got the emergency order of protection. I really do. And I can't find it. I don't got it. Shoot. Although the respondent was not present, her husband Connor accepted a service on behalf and confirmed that he would inform her of it. Accordingly, she was considered properly served in the state of Utah. Later that same evening, the respondent published posts on both TikTok, Instagram, using public accounts she had previously created for the purpose of targeting me in the past months, which is a direct violation of civil stalking injunction. The state states not to post on TikTok or Instagram. Links to the accounts are here. Can we go there? Nope. Yeah, it does take me. It does take me there. That's funny. It took me there. Oh my God. People, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to go on TikTok and go live on TikTok to tell these people just to settle down. And if they want to know the truth, listen to this. Listen to all this stuff. Jesus. All right. And then the Instagram. In one video, she's saying lyrics stating, whoops, you messed up, ran around. When you got to cut up, whoop, you messed up. Now you're crying and now you lost. This is not the first time she used that particular audio in reference to me and feels threatening. What does she intend I lose? In addition, a friend of hers commented on, see, you know what? You need to stop. You need to stop going and looking for stuff. Okay? That's a problem. That's a sickness. Time to tell the real story, in which a respondent replies, as you wish. Okay, Exhibit 22. We got all the exhibits, people. On the evening of September 4th, I was informed that the respondent was present at the same hotel in Aurora, Colorado. That following morning, September 5th, my producer, Grayson, and I met with officers in the Aurora Police Department to provide them with a copy of the injunction to the request their assistance ensuring the respondent removal from CrimeCon, as her attendance was prohibited under the terms of the order for my safety. You know what I think here? Can I tell you what I think? Now that I know more, I think this was done intentionally around CrimeCon. After everything I've been reading, okay, as in facts, right? Black and white, I think she did this intentionally during the CrimeCon time frame. I don't know all the correct datings. I'm sure I could figure it out, but I think it was made in the time frame for her not being able to go to CrimeCon. I don't know. It's not often anybody still doesn't remember. Okay, you guys are just chatting. Okay. All right, here we go. I was informed by CrimeCon security that upon her arrival in Colorado, the respondent approached the head of CrimeCon security and stated that she was aware she had been served with a civil stalking injunction through her husband. Yet, nevertheless, she attended CrimeCon despite the injunction barring her presence. CrimeCon is a professional work event for me. Okay, anybody can go to CrimeCon, okay? You don't got to be professional to go there. And the respondent and her accomplices have repeatedly jeopardized my safety in multiple work-related events. Over the past 4 months, the respondent gloats on social media. My fears for my personal safety in the situation was extreme. Later that day, law enforcement officers observed respondent walking through CrimeCon Expo in close proximity, to where I was located. Officers approached her, providing her with a physical copy of the injunction, and informed her that she was required to leave immediately and would be subject to arrest if she returned. During the interaction, respondent acknowledged that she was aware of the order and confirmed that her husband had already sent it to her. Despite this knowledge, she chose to attend CrimeCon in direct violation. This is all heard on police body cam footage. Yeah, okay. Did we get to watch the whole thing, people? On September 5th, after leaving CrimeCon, the respondent proceeded to publish 2 additional posts on TikTok and Instagram using the same targeted accounts. You know what? There's people that get orders of protections that shouldn't, right? Because, you know, it should go both ways. She got this order of protect. I'm just saying this because this kind of shit makes me angry. We got to, I don't want to say my law. Then you guys will know my state. Shoot. She's a petitioner, right? She shouldn't be going in even third person, aka Grayson, to look at stuff. That should be, it should go both ways. Don't you think? Don't you think, people? That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I've seen women use this to target men. These order protections. I'm just saying, in my real life. In the first 3 posts, she appeared to be walking in a field while mounting along to a song stating, "And don't come over here lying on me because I'm going to tell you what you said, Robbie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. Don't lie on me. This is my biggest pet peeve. Don't lie on me." Oh my God. As with her prior posts, the comments were populated by individuals the respondent routinely engages to further her ongoing efforts to target and harass me, many of whom were at the same CrimeCon Expo. In the second video, the respondent mouthed the lyrics to Eminem's song Worms. Okay, we heard about this. Okay. The song says, let's see, opening line. You claim if you get knocked out by the cops, you give them not even a statement. Walking in arraignment, shoot the bailiff, karate kick the plaintiff. The portion of the respondent chose to perform stated, because nobody likes me, everybody hates me. Now they want me to go eat some worms. I hope you offended. You drag my name through the mud, through the dirt, but I'm going to make you eat your words. Oh, jeez. Deliberately selecting and performing these lyrics on a targeted social media account, the respondent convened a threatening, harassing message directed at me in direct violation of the injunction. Additionally, later that evening, when I was at the bar area of the hotel, I observed a respondent standing just a few feet away from me, holding the camera. In light of the established pattern of targeting me through photograph recordings and videos, her close proximity. Now, let me tell you something about that. Do you guys recall that picture of them sitting at the table and then then what's her name? I'm sorry. God, I wish I would have had the picture here. Maybe it's an exhibit. Let me look. Exhibit 25. There we go. Let me go to Exhibit 25. Oh, we don't have Exhibit 25. Oh, no. That's disappointing. Shoot. Hold on a minute. No, it only goes up to 22. Dang it. This is what I want to say. They got a picture. For one of her exhibit, there is a picture, and you do see Christine and her group of people. Christina's taking a picture of those group of people. Now, on Web Sleuths, Megan Connor, which is Lori Vallow's cousin, and a guy named Joe Schmo were on there. They admitted in that live their words that for Lauren, they had Lauren's back. They were following, taking video and pictures of Christina. I'm not shitting you. It came out. It came out of their mouths. Okay? All right. Oh. And led her established pattern of targeting me through photographs, recordings, and videos. Her close proximity with a recording device was extremely threatening and placed me in genuine fear for my safety. The respondent only departed after noticing that my producer, Grayson, was on the phone at the time. Grayson was speaking with an officer from the Aurora Police Department. This conduct occurring after she already been warned by law enforcement earlier that day demonstrates her intentional disregard for injunction and her ongoing effort to intimidate and harass me despite the court's order. The officers reinforced over and over that she'd be 500 feet away from me at all times. See, we don't have Exhibit 25. Sorry, guys. Sorry. When I get it, I'll show it. Later, I learned that a friend of mine who is aware of the ongoing threats and stalking had taken photos of the incident. These photographs clearly showed the respondent was standing only a few feet away from me. Oh my God, this is so funny. I just told you. So she must be talking about Joe Schmo and Megan O'Connor here, but I don't think their names here. Let me continue. These photographs clearly show the respondent was standing only a few feet away from me and my producer, Grayson, yet despite the act of civil stalking injunction, I say order of protection. I think this is weird. Okay, whatever. They got different things. Her deliberate approximately felt extremely intimidating. She wasn't even looking at you and was intended to cause me fear and distress. She was taking a picture. Additionally, Sunday, September 7th, I was seated in the bar area for lunch, and I observed respondent being escorted by security to the restaurant located directly behind me. Once again, she was less than 500 feet away from me in direct violation of the injunction. Her continued approximately placed me in fear for my safety and further demonstrated her disregard for court's order. You guys need to grow the F up. That's all I got to say. You guys need to grow up. September 10th, one of the respondents' associates, Lori, published a video on YouTube. In the video, she discussed civil stalking injunction, using my name to identify me publicly to emphasize, okay, we already know this. The video was created and disseminated with deliberate intent of targeting or harassing me. That wasn't harassing. It was explaining what it was, because that's what she does. I will say that. But she didn't have to say her name. Although the video itself contained numerous false statements, the respondent publicly commented on it. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Followed by 4 crying emojis by Christina. Oh my God. Oh, we don't have all the exhibits. Shoot. The fact that the respondent enlisted or encouraged someone to create and publish a public video about me has made me feel even more unsafe. It demonstrated not only her continued efforts to target me directly, but you know what? You know what, people? As I'm reading this, we're all gonna be in court documents now. We all watch out for your comments, people, because you could get your comments screenshotted and could be added to this mess. Okay? Be careful. Be careful what you say and what you do. Everybody that is covering this now, be careful what you do. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Okay, Dominated not only continued efforts to target me, but her willingness to continue to involve others to amplify the harassment. The conduct constituted a direct violation of civil stock injunction. She fears for her, or further escalates her fear and for her safety. Following the publication of the YouTube video about me, I received a threatening email and multiple threatening comments online. These communications are direct response to the respondents' involvement in creating, promoting the video. These threats are intimidating and hostile in nature, clearly intended to cause me fear, emotional distress. The escalation has made me feel even more unsafe and demonstrates the respondent's conduct not only violates the civil stalking injunction, but entices others to target and harass me on her behalf. For all of the reasons listed above, I plead with the court not to grant the respondents additional time by continuing the evidentiary hearing. Since the injunction was entered, the respondent has repeatedly and willfully violated its terms, both in person and online, demonstrating an ongoing and escalating pattern of stalking. Oh my God, come on now. Harassment, intimidation, and disregard for the court's authority. Why? Because she went to CrimeCon? I'm just saying. How is that a crime? Each violation has placed me in genuine fear for my safety and safety for my family. Why? To delay this matter any further would avoid the respondent to continue her unlawful conduct and prolong and danger distress I am forced to endure. I therefore respectfully request the court to proceed with the evidentiary hearing scheduled for September 22nd. Wow. Oh, here's the exhibits. We get to see them. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, people. Here it is. There is. Okay, can you guys see it? Let me make it smaller. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Let me make it bigger for us. We get to see the exhibits. I'm so excited. Damn right. Reset. Go get psychiatric help. Nothing wrong with that. Help yourself. So this is what I'm talking about here. Here's Lorna Grayson. I don't know who these people are. But here is what's her name? Christina and her group of people. She's not even looking over at them. But do you see the picture is taking her picture taken person? Joe Schmo is taking this picture. Who is stalking who? Who's stalking who? You guys are doing it to each other. That's what's up. That's what's going on here, in my opinion. Oh no, I'm afraid. I'm afraid now. She's not even looking at them. They took more than one picture, man. What's this? Thank you, Lori. Thank you. What's this? I understand petty drama occurred at CrimeCon. How unfortunate and disappointing. Okay. This is from Annie Smith. You have an email from the questions form of Hidden True Crime website. So blocking other creators from attending CrimeCon with stalking complaints? Explain that. Lauren has not shot her face after her behavior at CrimeCon. Tell us about CrimeCon. Who is stalking you? Why did you call the police? Oh my God. You guys. What the hell? I got to take down some of the, let's see. We will get to the other exhibits. Hold on a minute. I'll be right back. Do you feel threatened? G14, do you feel threatened? You all are safe here, okay? I'll take it on. I'll take it on. You're in my chat. I'll take it on. Hold on a minute. I'll be right back. Yes, I will protect every one of you. Yes, I will. You know that. Just let me know and I'll handle it, okay? All right, so now we are going to go to witness affidavit Paul. Holy crap. I'm telling you, people, it's going to take a while to get through all this. There's a lot. All right, this is from Paul. All right, so let's make this bigger. Affidavit, witness affidavit. Paul, resident of Indiana. He attended CrimeCon. I know who that is. CrimeCon. Okay, 2025 at the events at Gaylord Rockies Resort and Convention Center. Gaylord in Denver, Colorado on September 4th. I want to look that place up. Gaylord Rockies Resort. Okay. On September 5th, 2025, I was present at the main bar. There was an individual who was identified to me as Christina in the immediate vicinity of myself and other individuals known to me personally, including Lauren. Christina was reported to me because she had been served a restraining order with similar legal documents, ordering her to refrain from being a distance away from Lauren. It appeared, based on my personal observation, that Christina may have been in violation of the reported court order in regards to her close proximity to Lauren. The actual distance between Christina and Lauren is 20 feet or less. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. I documented. This is Joe Schmo. This is the guy that was on Web Sleuths. So Joe Schmo took the picture, like I said. I documented the location of Christina and Lauren with photos taken with my smartphone camera about 10:17 p.m. These photographs were provided to Lauren. Okay, who's stalking who? Who is stalking who? For real, people. You sit on your hands there, my G. You can say anything about me. You know that, J13. Okay, now we're going to get to ex parte civil stalking injunction. Is this it? Is this it? Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys, is this it? I'm sorry. Am I driving you guys crazy? Oh my God, I hope this is it. I just want to know how she got it. How did she get the ex parte? Is this it? Ex parte to enforce. Oh. 9-4 stalking injunction for sanctions. On September 4th, 2025, the court issued a temporary civil stalking injunction. You know what? CSI, whatever. Against Christina, which contains specific orders prohibiting stalking behavior, contact with petitioner, and specific individuals, and requires to stay away from petitioner's home, work, and other specified locations. Respondent has willfully and repeatedly violated multiple provisions of the CSI, beginning the very same day it was served, as detailed as the second declaration of Lauren. Why do I call her Laura? Lauren's supporting exhibits. Yes. This urgent matter, as respondent violations are escalating in frequency and severity, placing petitioner in immediate danger. Petitioner respectfully requests expedited review and seeks enforcement of CSI, God, an order holding respondent in contempt of court. Statement of facts. On September 4th, personal conduct order. Not stalk petitioner, including not follow, threatening, annoying, harassing petitioner in a way that would cause reasonable person to suffer emotional distress, fear for their safety. No contact order. Not contact through phone, text, email, to communicate in any other way. The petitioner and the following protected persons, which is John Grayson, her son, and immediate family, and business co-workers, employees of True Crime Podcast and Doc Series. Stayed away. Petitioner current or future home, her workplace, her work address, talking about her vehicles, online forums, social media, not to come within 500 feet, cease and desist any online activity and communications relating with the petitioner, her family and coworkers and professional associates. Boy, you know what? You know what this is sounding like to me, people? I don't know what you think. I think after reading all this, she's just trying to silence anybody, and using the court as a weapon. When there's people that are really, really, really going through. She needs help. All right, let me continue. Where am I? Okay. CSI clearly states that the violation of the orders is a criminal class A misdemeanor, punishable up to 1 year in jail and a fine. Second, more severe penalties. Despite being served on September 4th, accepted by her husband, respondent has engaged in multiple willing violations. Okay. Violation online. Later that evening, she was served published posts of videos on TikTok and Instagram accounts she created to target petitioner. Posted a video with whoops, you messed up, ran around and you got caught, whoops, you messed up. Okay, so they're talking about that Eminem song. Violation of stay away order. Responded traveled to attend CrimeCon Expo, which she was prohibited in the what? They said what? You cannot tell me. Am I reading this wrong? No judge would say to Christina, you cannot attend this within a civil injunction. No way. Am I reading this wrong? Approached CrimeCon security, acknowledging she's aware of the CSI, but attended it anyways. We observed that law enforcement walking through CrimeCon in close proximity to petitioner's location. When confronted by officers, she admitted she knew about the order and that her husband sent it to her. was physically served again and told to leave immediately or face arrest. After being removed from CrimeCon, posted 2 more videos on TikTok and Instagram. First, mouth audio, "Don't lie on me," was threatening undertones. Oh my God, it's TikTok. Second video, Eminem song "Words," violation of 500 feet away, and they're talking about the bar, even though they were taking pictures themselves of Christina. Second violation, stay away order, the bar during lunch. Indirect harassment through third parties. So she's talking about Lori Hellis's YouTube video. So because Lori made a YouTube video, that's Christina's fault too, people. Okay? I'm just letting you know right now, according to Lauren, if you never mind. Respondent commented on the video. Thank you, Lori, with crying emojis. Video resulted in threatening emails and comments directed toward petitioner. Demonstrate responded directing, encouraging others to harass petitioner on her behalf. You make a video. You cannot control what other people say or do or their opinion. Patty Sturgis is here. Patty Sturgis. Hello, beautiful. Hey, it's nice to know facts coming from, stuff like this. I love it. I was feeling super bad at one point in time. Where are we? These repeated and escalated violations caused petitioner extreme fear for her safety. And that of her family, demonstrating responded complete disregard for the court's authority, deliberate intent to continue stalking and harassing petitioner despite the active injunction. Okay, legal authority. And they talk about the Utah Code. Okay, motion is supported. The second declaration, which we went through already, people. Then they talk about all these other exhibits. Okay. The facts set forth declaration exhibits would be admissible in evidence and support in finding that the respondent has violated the CSI on multiple occasions within days of being served, request for relief, issue an order. Okay. Issue an order to attend hearing requiring respondent to appear personally before this court to explain why she should not be held in contempt for violating a civil injunction. Finding respondent in contempt of court willfully violating the court order on 6 documented occasions between September 4th and 10th. She wants her to get $1,000 fine for each. What? She wants her to go to jail for 30 days. She wants her to pay all the petitioner's attorney fees and costs in bringing in this motion. Payment of petitioner's travel and security costs. What? She wants her to go to jail, people. She wants her to go to jail. What? She wants $1,000 for each TikTok video she's made at this point in time. Careful, people. Careful. For the full statute period given, respondent immediate repeated violations. Modify the CS to include stay 1,000 feet away. Holy crap, 1,000 feet. Explicit prohibition on directing third parties. So people, do not say anything in my chat because that'll hurt Christina. That'll hurt Christina, people. Anything you say in my chat on my live, okay, Christina will get the blame. Don't let her create any new social media account. No, come on. Who's her attorney? I want to know who her attorney is to type up this nonsense. GPS monitoring? What? What? No. Am I reading this right? You got to be kidding me. This is insane. So she wants her on a GPS monitoring. What else? So instead of going from civil, she wants it to become criminal for misdemeanor stalking. Issue a bench warrant if respondent fails to appear in court. Grant such other and future relief. You know what? She's making this like. She's making this. Oh my God! You know what? I'm gonna get into my shit. My stalking. Let me tell you, this ain't nothing. This is little grade school shit here. This ain't nothing. This is bullshit. That's what I'll tell you. This is all bullshit. And hi, Viper. How are you, my friend? I know you did. Her attorney is a law firm her brother works at. Huh. Okay, now we're gonna go to. So isn't that interesting? She wants her to do jail time, be put on a GPS monitoring. Are you fucking kidding me? There's women like me that have served order protections, had order protection. You know what happened? You know what happened? It didn't work. It didn't matter, the order protection, because 2 people almost got killed with a baseball bat. Yeah. It was a bloodbath, what I dealt with. Okay? Okay. Shit. I don't know. Okay, so now we're, oh my God. Here's another. We're going through Christina's objection now. Good. Let's see what Christina has to say. Christina. The bully Christina. Mean girl Christina. All right. Respondent Christina. Opposition to request for civil stalking injunction and pre-hearing brief. All right. The court should deny request for injunction. Petitioner Lauren is a public figure with hundreds of thousands of subs and followers on YouTube and various other platforms. Lauren uses these platforms to speak out of a range of issues. Oh my God, this is 16 pages. You know what? J13, your ass should be up here to help me read. Including current events, legal news, true crime, and culture. But Lauren also has a history of using various means to deprive others of the very same rights she exercises. Several individuals have been subject to cease and desist letters or false police reports. The requested injunction is simply Lauren's latest device to shut down speech, which she disagrees. Let's see. The injunction lacks merit under the Utah Civil Stalking Statute. Who is this? M has not spoken with or otherwise communicated with Lauren directly or indirectly since April 2025. She responded to a string of text messages from Lauren, has not initiated any communication with Lauren since March 2025, before their friendship fell apart or fell out. Let's see. I'll look at the chat in a minute. I'm sorry. Lauren based the requested injunction on a tangled web of allegations regarding Lauren's own conduct and conduct of Lauren's other former friends and acquaintances. Oh, wow. Lauren provides no evidence that blank ever, I'll say ever asked or induced anyone to contact Lauren for any reason, let alone to threaten her. Lauren states that she subjectively felt fear and emotional distress, but cannot point to any threat or statement That's what I've been saying from the beginning. There is no threats. No threats. It's just videos and quit looking for them. Okay, further, the injunction is unconstitutional. The imposition of enforcement of injunction, temporary order, issued on September 5th, would violate blanks rights under the First Amendment of the Constitution. In Utah, recent Utah law makes it clear that content-based restrictions on speech, even in civil stalking contents, must withstand strict scrutiny. The proposed speech restrictions. Nothing in the, requested injunction or supporting materials establish that blank acted with the degree of culpability under the U.S. Supreme Court case law. Facts. Let me go to chat in a minute here. Hi, how you doing, Carol? How you doing? Okay. I got to get a drink. Hold on. I got to go get my drink. Purpell, people. Purpell. Okay. Okay, here we go with the facts. Lauren relies primarily on 3 declarations in support of the requested injunction. A declaration from Grayson. The opposition relies on incorporates by references that follows declarations follow concurrently along with documents and other things Christina expects to introduce at her defense at the hearing. Declaration of Christina, Lindsay, Janice, Lori, Joe, M. does not restate the facts from each of the foregoing declarations, instead provide a summary of key facts. Lauren is a public figure with hundreds of thousands of subscribers on YouTube and tens of thousands of followers across various social platforms. M met Lauren April 2024 and maintained a friendship for several months. By March 2025, the friendship had waned. M did not initiate any contact with Lauren after that time. So this person must be someone she sent the cease and desist to, one of the many. I don't know. I'm just speculating at this time. April 2025, M spoke to Lauren about some of her public statements and conduct, which prompted Lauren to make a variety of accusations and demands. Here we go with the demands. People. Listed demands. All right. Remember I used to say that about Johnny Pryor? Oh, he's got a list of demands, people. Okay. M has not communicated directly or indirectly with Lauren since April 2025. Around the same time, Lauren launched a series of accusations and demands against her former friends and acquaintances, including Lindsay and H. Okay. Lauren also began behaving strangely toward H and her friends, including without limitation Janice, Lori, by approaching them or standing near them in public places. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Lauren sent H an individual cease and desist letter and contacted the police to report H and others were following or surveilling Lauren and her employer, when in fact Lauren and Grayson were following them. So it's a he say, she said. It's a she said. M was not present for the encounters between Lauren and others in June and July 2025. At no time did M encourage or suggest that H, S, D, or any other person approach Lauren. M's social media posts and public comments since April 25 have not been directed at Lauren and were not intended to communicate with Lauren directly or indirectly. Rather, M was addressing her social media subscriber followers about topics of public interest in the true crime community. And here we are. And here we are. And here we are, Lauren, including Lauren's statements and conduct. Lauren has maintained her social media presence and continues to engage in public discussion by posting or streaming hundreds of videos since April 2025. Lauren has used M's public statements as pretext for squashing her speech, removing her from public events such as CrimeCon, which took place September 5th through the 7th in Denver, Colorado. Okay. Matheson's Lauren misrepresented the events at CrimeCon in attempt to secure the request injunction to accuse. Oh, okay. I know. Okay, God, this is Christina. Now I got it right, people. I know who this is. They're talking about Christina. Duh. Okay, the argument. It talks about all the elements. Stalking consists of two elements. The respondent must intentionally and knowingly engage in a course of conduct directed at the petitioner. Number two, the respondent must know an act of recklessness regarding the course of conduct would cause a reasonable person to fear for person's own safety or suffer emotional distress. And then they talk about some case laws here. Okay, right here. Both elements must be present before the district court can issue a civil stalking injunction. Here, Lauren, okay, hold on. Here, Lauren cannot provide either element to justify the injunction. Further, the Utah Courts of Appeals recently reiterated that the First Amendment cabinets the court's ability to issue civil stalking injunction to only specify perimeters. Okay, here's a footnote. Courtman instructed in the instant case for many reasons, foremost to promote a change in stalking statute definition of stalking, such that the petitioner must show at least recklessness with respect to the effect of the course of conduct. Okay. Restrictions are presumably unconstitutional, subject to strict. Hold on a minute. Where am I? Matthews cannot show she is entitled to a requested injunction under the stalking statute. Yeah, because that don't make sense to me, people. I don't know how she got this. Are you ready? Okay. I don't know how she got this. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry. And hi, who's ever in here and listening. I appreciate every one of you being here. I want to know how she got this emergency order. I really do. I don't understand how this could happen. I don't. Okay, civil stalking injunction requires a petition to prove stalking. Okay, this is like talking about the case law. We don't need to. Lauren fails to prove a course of conduct. She recites only two instances where Christina communicated specifically with her. Both instances, Lauren initiated the conversation first at Maricopa County Courthouse. Hold on a minute. Someone's back here. Here we go. Hey, girl. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
Isn't this crazy?
It is. It is absolutely crazy, and it's
The things.
I
the
just
things
don't get. I don't get the energy. I would not put this much negative energy into a bunch of bullshit. Just, if somebody's going to go that low, then just be the better person. Don't give them the power to aggravate you.
I agree. I would have in the first place just washed my hands, with that person, but I wouldn't be looking at all their social medias. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And watch it. No,
Exactly.
you
I,
put
I'm
yourself in that state of mind, and if you're going to harm yourself, you should be in the hospital getting psychiatric help right now.
Yeah, I'm all for defending myself if somebody was making allegations that are defamatory or you know an insult of my integrity. I'm fine with defending myself, but you don't need to go turn it around and make it nasty and attack them because the two wrongs don't make it right.
Well, yeah, they're all guilty here, but the way she put it, boy, I really thought she was being
Seriously stalked.
yeah, I did. Okay, do you want to read?
I can do that.
Can you see it?
Well, I've got it up on my TV, my phone, and my laptop. So as long as you guys can hear me from standing by my TV, then I can read. So, hang on.
Hey, but it's giving us, sadly, but it's giving us all good content, though, right?
Yeah, it's definitely providing content. That's for sure.
It sure is. It's giving it life.
There's a lot of people covering this.
Oh God, yeah.
So I'm just going to state for PSA that I am reading this for purely entertainment and informative purposes, and I don't claim either side.
Okay, I want to say to people, there's no way I can do this within one line because there's so many documents here. But because I'm going to be leaving my house here in about an hour and a half because me and all are going for our walk. I'm just putting that out there. And when I get back, I'm going to continue with these documents. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Are we at the exhibit?
Right here.
Number one, Matthias fails to prove a course of conduct.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can everybody hear me okay? All right. My glasses wiped off so they're not dirty. Matthias's declarations recite only 2 instances where Christina communicated specifically with her, and in both instances, Matthias initiated the conversation. First, at the Maricopa County Courthouse, Matthias approached and greeted Christina. Immediately after, Matthias insisted that Christina participate in a lengthy conversation about Matthias's past statements and conduct. Later in the month, Lauren again initiated contact with Christina, this time by text, to make accusations and demands upon Christina. As before, Christina reluctantly participated in the exchange. Christina could not have known the communications were unwanted because Lauren initiated them. Indeed, Christina made no attempt to communicate. Scroll up or scroll down. Sorry, scroll down. Bueller, scroll down. Thank you.
It's right here.
I know. I was waiting for it to scroll up or down. Specifically with Matthias directly or indirectly after the April text where Matthias stated she did not wish to be contacted. Because Matthias cannot point to specific communications directed at Matthias, she attempts to rely on many unrelated and irrelevant statements by others' conduct and Christina's online posts and public statements. The problem is that none of these satisfy the definition of course of conduct because none of them are directed at or toward Matthias specifically. Statements and conduct by HSND. Matthias' declarations and your declarations spend considerable time detailing statements of conduct of HSND redacted. Refute Matthias and yours allegations in their declarations. But even if the allegations are true, they are not, which is noticeably absent is any proof that Christina engaged in or influenced any of these events. In some instances, she learned about them afterward and discussed them publicly later. That is not enough to show course of conduct. Online posts and public comments. The stalking statute is clear that an act or statement does not meet the definition of code of conduct unless it is directed at a specific individual. Matthias asked the court to parse the contents of Christina's online posts and infer that Christina intended Matthias to see them. Such an exercise is impermissible under the stalking statute and problematic under the First Amendment as discussed below. And even if it were appropriate to extrapolate Christina's intent from the content of her posts, the posts that Matthias references show Christina is not attempting to address specifically Matthias, her family, or your directly or indirectly. The posts are clearly public commentary directed at the
There you go. Right
okay.
here.
Okay. Yeah, hang on just a sec. I'm gonna make sure that my TV is in sync with everything because it's taking a lot longer.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Okay. Yep, I'm ready.
The public generally. Matthias fails to prove course of conduct as the first required element for the requested injunction. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. That was loud. Sorry. Matthias cannot show that the reasonable person in her circumstances would experience fear or emotional distress. Matthias must also show that Christina knew or was reckless as to whether the course of conduct would cause a reasonable person to fear for the individual's own safety or the safety of a third individual, or to suffer emotional distress. See section blah, blah, blah. The second element of the stalking inquiry imposes an objective standard under which the subjective effect of the respondent's conduct on the petition is irrelevant. Quoting case there. Courts must avoid succumbing to a purely subjective analysis, which is inconsistent with the objective standards intent to protect against criminalizing conduct that only an unreasonably sensitive or paranoid petitioner would find harassing. Wow, that was a harsh word. Oh, courts applying individualized objective standard have considered such factors as the petitioner's background, the petitioner's knowledge of and relationship with the respondent, history of abuse between the parties, and the cumulative effect of repetitive conduct. And I'm not going to read the case quoting. The foregoing factors enumerated in Baird and later in Ragsdale are not an exhaustive list, and courts may examine other relevant factors. Here, Matthias cannot show that Christina knew or acted recklessly in such a way that the reasonable person in Matthias' circumstances would experience fear or emotional distress. Matthias is a public figure who continually exercises her right to speak publicly about her life, her friends, and a variety of other topics. Knowing this, Christina had no reason to expect that Matthias would attempt to quash Christina's speech, much less through 2 false police reports and this proceeding. Further, the Baird factors all weigh strongly against a finding that a reasonable person under these circumstances would experience fear or emotional distress. As discussed above, Matthias' background as a public figure, ex-reporter, and social commentator certainly subjects her to public scrutiny. It's simply not reasonable that Matthias would expect to continually engage in public discussion, including negative statements about individuals, without encountering speech she disagrees with, and does not like. Similarly, the only instances Matthias identifies where Christina communicated with her directly or indirectly related to negative statements and conduct directed towards Christina and others. Matthias has no reasonable basis to expect that a friend or former friend would not discuss interpersonal issues with her, especially where, as here, Matthias initiated communication every time. Matthias attempts to turn her falling out with Christina into an injunction with real implications for Christina's civil rights. That is not the purpose of the stalking statute. The cumulative effect of Christina's alleged conduct also does not warrant the requested injunction. As discussed above, with no real course of conduct to support her request, Matthias unleashes a torrent of unrelated allegations about others' conduct and Christina's protected First Amendment activity. All of that does not count under the stalking statute, Baird, and other cases. The degree of culpability required prevents the court from counting events that Christina learned about only later. For example, Matthias has no good faith basis to claim that Christina intended or acted recklessly with respect to incidents in Boise when Christina was in Europe and learned
What?
only
Hold on a minute. Okay, she was in Europe?
apparently.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. Carry on.
Yeah, no, I think I heard something about this too, but I wasn't paying close attention when it was brought up. So apparently Christina was in Europe and learned about this stuff only later. Okay. A number of other factors not specifically enumerated in Baird also weigh strongly against the requested injunction. First, Matthias already submitted 2 police reports with the same sort of misrepresentations currently before the court. In each instance, the police did not substantiate Matthias's claims. Second, nearly all of the statements and conduct that Matthias references occurred in public places or online. Matthias claims that they interfered with her work, but Christina and H and others also work in true crime space or have been regular attendees of trials, press conferences, conventions. All of these chicks with the redacted names have just as much right to be in public places and participate in public events as Matthias. This is not a situation where Christina has accosted Matthias at home or any other non-public space. Third, Matthias's own conduct cuts strongly against any notion that she feared for her safety. Matthias and Yor repeatedly approached, confronted, or attempted to confront the redacted chicks and others. Not only does this contradict Matthias's testimony that she subjectively feared these individuals or was distressed, but a reasonable person in her circumstances would not engage in the conduct that Matthias has engaged in. Finally, the Matthias declaration and the Yor declarations on their face deal only with Matthias's alleged subjective feelings. The Baird court specifically warned against granting an injunction based solely on subjective factors. Relatedly, Matthias makes no attempt to connect the dots between Christina's alleged statements and conduct and the extreme subjective reaction Matthias alleges. In sum, Matthias fails to show requisite mental state, causation, or objectively reasonable fear or emotional distress. Amen. The requested injunction is unconstitutional. Earlier this year, Utah Court of Appeals in Ragsdale 2 reiterated the framework for determining whether a requested injunction violates the First Amendment. See case law. In assessing whether a civil stalking injunction violates the respondent's free speech rights, district courts must, at a minimum, determine whether each provision of a proposed injunction is content-based or content-neutral, and evaluate each provision under the corresponding level of scrutiny. Content restrictions are subject to strict scrutiny regardless of the government's benign motive, content-neutral justification, or lack of animus toward the ideas contained in the regulated speech. Such restrictions overcome strict scrutiny only if they are narrowly tailored to serve compelling state interests. In the strict scrutiny context, a restriction is narrowly tailored if it is the least restrictive means to further the articulated interest. A content-based restriction is one that stifles speech on account of its message. Case law. In other words, a restriction is content-based if it requires enforcement authorities to examine the content of the message that is conveyed to determine whether a violation has occurred, or if it is concerned with undesirable effects that arise from the direct impact of speech on its audience or listeners' reactions to speech. This extends not only to a restriction on a particular viewpoint, but also to a prohibition of public discussion of an entire topic. Additionally, restrictions that appear content neutral on their face are treated as content-based if they cannot be justified without reference to the content of regulated speech, or if they were adopted by the government because of disagreement with the message the speech conveys. In this case, each provision of the requested injunction is content-based and does not withstand strict scrutiny. Personal conduct. This section requests an order commanding Christina to not stalk Matthias, and then recites and references the statutory definition of stalking. This provision is problematic for three main reasons. First, as a practical matter, it's vague, unenforceable, and redundant of other provisions. Utah law already prohibits stalking, and there would be no way to enforce the order without resort to the courts. The parties are attending the hearing to determine if stalking has occurred. There is no reason to enter an order that requires the court to do the exact same thing anytime Matthias believes Christina is stalking her. This is especially true since it's not clear what the personal conduct order adds apart from the other provisions. I just love legalese. Second, the issuance of the requested injunction in any form would impose on Christina's civil rights and violate the First Amendment because Matthias relies on Christina's protected speech to establish stalking. Basically, Matthias is asking the court to agree with Matthias's public speech and disagree with Christina's. Such a restriction would be content-based because it's justified only with resort to Christina's message with the court adopting Matthias's viewpoint, punishing Christina, and in essence, removing an entire topic, Matthias's own statements and conduct, from public discussion. There is no compelling government interest in favoring one speaker over another, and a broad, so broad as to be meaningless, restriction on stalking is far from being narrowly tailored enough to withstand strict scrutiny. Sorry, I need some water. Third, the personal conduct order in the requested injunction mirrors almost exactly the one the Utah Court of Appeals reviewed in Ragsdale 2. The Ragsdale court held that the provisions purporting to bar conduct that would annoy, harass, or cause distress to the petitioner were content-based and could not withstand strict scrutiny. The court reasoned that additional prohibition against annoying or causing distress could potentially enjoin respondent from talking about petitioner to others. The court was concerned that, for example, any appearance that respondent might make before the local governing authorities to complain about the presence of petitioner's business in the neighborhood could likely cause petitioner emotional distress or would at the very least annoy her. No contact. Matthias asked the court to bar Christina from communicating directly or indirectly with Matthias and others. But this section must also be read in conjunction with the other assistance needed section, where Matthias asked the court to order Christina to cease and desist any and all online activity and communications, direct or indirect, relating to or referencing Matthias. Again, this restriction is content-based because it purports to quash speech on an entire topic. In this way, the no contact order and the requested injunction is distinguishable from the no contact order upheld in Ragsdale and Towner versus Ridgway. The upshot of both of those cases is that a stalking injunction that prohibits communicating with or to a person may be permissible, where a prohibition on communicating about a person is not, or at least must withstand scrutiny. The Ragsdale court summarized that Towner held that the civil stalking injunction did not violate the First Amendment because it enjoined the respondent from communicating directly to the petitioner. I feel very bad for the people that have to write all this stuff out. It's irritating. Okay, but did not enjoin him from speaking about the petitioner. The court further noted that in Ragsdale and in Towner, the no contact provisions prohibited any communication, either direct or indirect, from the respondent to the petitioner or other identified individuals. As with the provisions at issue in Towner, nothing in the no contact order precluded respondent from expressing his opinions, political or otherwise, about the presence of petitioner in his neighborhood to others not identified by the no contact order. Stay away order. Matthias asked for an order that Christina stay away from Matthias's home, work, school, and vehicle. But as with the no contact order, Matthias modifies the form language and requests that an request an order that Christina must stay away from online forums and other social media accounts, for example, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, etc. This extra requirement is problematic on multiple levels. First, the restriction is content-based and cannot withstand scrutiny. On its face, the restriction appears to ban Christina from the internet. In one swath, Matthias hopes the court will eliminate Christina's ability to frequent all online public spaces. This ask alone unmasks Matthias' goal of eliminating Christina's ability to speak out on issues of public interest. The ban would be akin to allowing Matthias a popular pulpit in a public park while prohibiting others who disagree with her from the same public spaces. The First Amendment squarely forecloses this sort of preference. Second, to the extent that Matthias's request is meant to be interpreted more narrowly, it is unconstitutionally vague because it does not put Christina on notice of the extent of her ban. Case law, blah, blah, holding that a restriction is unconstitutionally vague or does not provide adequate notice of what the restriction covers. I agree. In sum, the imposition of the requested injunction in any form would violate Christina's First Amendment rights because Matthias relies upon protected free speech to try to establish the elements of stalking. As such, any restriction is content-based because the court can find the necessary elements only by examining the contents of the speech and by preferring Matthias' speech over Christina's. Similarly, each proposed provision of the requested injunction fails to pass First Amendment muster. The requested injunction is unconstitutional. Conclusion. Matthias is allowed to not like what Christina said about her, but Matthias falls far short of the statutory elements required under the stalking statute. Christina's right to free speech forecloses the requested injunction. Christina respectfully requests that the court deny the requested injunction. Christina reserves the right to seek fees under Utah Code blah blah within the time frame provided under Utah Rule of Civil Procedure blah blah, dated this 19th day of September 2025.
Holy crap.
Right?
That's a lot. Crazy. Hello, Melissa from the bushes. I'm so glad you're back. You're on the wrong side? Oh, okay. Oh my God, there's so much people. There's
Watch
another
out
one
for
here.
that belt, Melissa. Sorry.
Hold on a minute. Let me see. Oh, here's another one. There's so much, you guys. I cannot believe everything she's done.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
Declaration Christina.
a lot.
Decoration of Christina. Background. She met Lauren in April 2024. Lauren holds herself as an ex-reporter, journalist, podcaster dealing with true crime cases. She's just a YouTuber. Mathis is a public figure. She and her husband run a YouTube channel, Hidden True Crime, approximately 317,000 subs. Instagram has over 20K. Her TikTok has over 56K. For several months, I communicated regularly with Lauren, and we became friends. Throughout that time period, I noticed certain red flags that suggested that Lauren's credentials and public image were inaccurate. For example, Lauren would describe to me interpersonal problems with her friends and in-laws based on accusations of theft and fraud. What? I learned information that caused me to question Lauren's ethics in obtaining and handling confidential information. During this time period, multiple people expressed concern about Lauren's conduct. At approximately the same time I became friends with Lauren, I also became friends with Lindsay and Lori, who had been friends with Lauren for a year prior. I also became friends with other women who were acquaintances, including Janice. I communicated and traveled with and was invited to events with Lauren from April 2024 to the winter of 2024. Lauren also invited me to her house. Whoa. That's where I draw the line. Okay, people? That's no. Invited me to her house while I was on a work trip in Las Vegas, Nevada. Lauren also invited me and my family to her home to swim in her pool when I was driving from Utah to California. What the fuck is going on here? My friendship with Lauren ends. Lauren asked me to perform some graphic designs for her husband business, which I did, a significant discount given our friendship. On January 2025, my friendship with Lauren began to wane, and we communicated less frequently. I sent Lauren a final invoice in March 2025 for graphic design works, and correspondence related to my rate is expected to be offered in my Exhibit D1, and I bet you it's down here. By that point, I was no longer communicating on a regular basis with Lauren or spending time with her as a friend. April 9, 2025. I saw Lauren at the courthouse at Maricopa County, Arizona. Well, Lauren called out to me to get my attention. Lauren ran towards me, calling my name, and with her arms out, signaling she wanted a hug. While hugging Lauren, I stated that I have read some negative statements Lauren made about me and others, and I've seen evidence of her effects to harm others and their business. Lauren insisted that we talked right then and there, even though I was hesitant because Lauren appeared to be elevated in a fight, flight, freeze state. Lauren stated that we needed to talk immediately because she wanted to alone, and her assistant, Grayson, never leaves her side. During the conversation, Lauren acknowledged that some negative statements I had made were true and then attempted to justify them. But Mathis did not always accurately represent verbal conversations. I recorded the conversation. After our friendship ended, Lauren initiated repeated contact with me to make accusations I knew to be false and to demand I stop speaking to her, even the mutual acquaintances. After Lauren initiated contact, I conducted or exchanged several texts with her on April 21st and the 22nd, 2025, regarding her accusations and demands. The texts are expected to be offered in my defense. Mathis blocked and unblocked me multiple times so she could state her demands and accusations. Hold on, I gotta mute you. There's an echo. I gotta mute you. Sorry. Okay. See, this is a sickness here. Block, unblock. Let me ahead. I gotta say this, gotta say that. Mathis last texted me on April 22nd, 2025. It again made false accusations about my conduct and demanded that I refrain from speaking publicly about her. I have not initiated contact with Lauren since May 12, 2025. I contacted her for a referral from my neighbor. I have not communicated with Lauren indirectly or directly since April 21st, 2025. However, Lauren unblocked me in August 2025 to remove things from our conversation. And I received an alert she had done so. Also, on June 5th, 2025, I traveled to Arizona to attend a portion of Lori Daybell's trial. I was in Arizona for 24 hours. While seated between Dee and another friend in the waiting area, I saw Lauren wave at me and attempt to engage. I ignored her and did not respond. This was another example of Lauren initiating contact with me, not the other way around. Grayson tried to call me twice on June 10, 2025. but I did not answer or return her call. An image depicting the missed calls is accepted to be offered in my defense. Grayson also sent me lengthy texts saying that she felt sad that I had my feelings hurt and wanted to have a private conversation. I did not respond. A copy of these text messages is expected to be offered in my defense. Lauren's conduct towards others. Since April 2025, I have learned of multiple instances where Lauren has behaved strangely and obsessively towards my friends, who also former friends and acquaintances of Lauren's. On April 11, 2025, Lauren sent cease and desist letters containing numerous demands aimed at curbing hate speech. A cease and desist letter is expected to be offered in my defense. Notwithstanding the cease and desist letter, Lauren has taken purposely steps to contact and communicate with H. H describes this in details in her declaration submitted concurrently within. Footnote. Lauren sent similar letters to another mutual acquaintance. Lauren's declaration describes 2 alleged instances in Boise involving HDS and others. I was in Europe when this occurred. That's crazy, you guys. I learned about it only a day later. HD and S recounted what occurred in their declaration submitted concurrently within. Oh my God, this shit is crazy. I have received the Boise Police Department report along with copies of videos Lauren submitted to the Boise Police. Some of these videos were of my posts online, even though I was not in Boise when the alleged incident occurred. What? What is going on here? In the report, the officer provided me with the videos of 2 different incidences, including the incident at the Bitter Creek Ale House. I did not see any intimidating or threatening behavior in the videos. At no point did I ask, encourage, facilitate any of my friends or any other to contact Lauren. Indeed, in the majority of instances, Lauren herself provoked the encounter with me in and before April and recently at CrimeCon and my friends. Lauren and Grayson have engaged in a pattern of entering spaces where I already am at. Oops. Lauren's effort to prevent public disclose. Sure, disclose. Whatever. It is evident from Lauren's declaration and Grayson's. Lauren's main issue is with public statements that I have allegedly made about Lauren. Lauren mischaracterizes many of these statements or describes them vaguely to misconstrue them or present them out of context. For example, Lauren alleges that I mock a police officer while in fact I merely pointed out inaccuracies in what the officer told me, as is my right. The recording is my post is expected to offer in my defense. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Mathis omits only discussion of the contents of the videos, which I was contacted by the Henderson, Nevada Police Department after Lauren contacted the police in June 2025 to report I and others were sharing private communication. Are you kidding me? This is crazy, you guys. This is crazy. Okay. I expect to offer in my defense a copy of the Henderson police report in which the officer states he did not find extortion. No text messages were intercepted. A Lauren private message was not hacked. Lauren's declaration describes my public comments as targeted and aimed at trying to get people to identify who I am and to come after me. That's not true. You know what, Lauren? This is social media. This shit happens. It's ugly. You've never had to deal with it, but welcome to social media. Lauren also alleges that I posted an emoji on a podcast she participated in, let people know I was watching. The podcast was live and open to public comments. As Lauren declaration seems to acknowledge, I did not post the emoji to communicate with Lauren, but to sign in and participate in a public chat. An image of the emoji is expected to be offered in my defense. Lauren declaration demonstrated Lauren takes issue with any public post I make about or related to her and any effort I make to investigate and report on the issue of public interest relating to Lauren. Some of my online, some of my online content provides information about Lauren to the general public. My statements are not directed at Lauren, her family, or Grayson. I believe Lauren's goal is to squash my efforts to investigate the truth. Report the truth and exercise my free speech under the First Amendment. For example, Lauren makes claims regarding her husband's credentials as a psychologist and an adjunct professor at the UNLV. However, I learned that UNLV has no record of her husband serving as a professor, which Lauren appears to acknowledge in her declaration. I created a video discussing the issue and posted it for public information. I also believe that Lauren is attempting to prevent me from attending public events such as criminal proceedings, true crime conventions. Lauren is attempting to use this action to further this goal. You know what, you guys, I gotta pause. I gotta take a break. This case was boring, still is. Christina, she's taking digs. She's taking digs. We know this. She's taking digs at her, without a doubt, right? But she is. This is crazy. It goes from stalking to trying to limit people's speech, freedom of speech. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. Through this action, Lauren had me removed from CrimeCon in Denver, Colorado on September 5th, 2025. I purchased my ticket. Holy crap. $1,800 for a ticket to go to CrimeCon? You just cannot walk in there? You got to be kidding me, people. I'm never going to CrimeCon then. Oh my God. That's crazy. Okay. At one time, I was regularly in communication with friends with Lauren. She was aware I purchased a ticket and she had no plans to attend. As recently as June 2025, H overheard Grayson tell a friend that Lauren said she did not have plans to go to CrimeCon. Unbest known to H, D, and S, Lauren changed her mind and attended CrimeCon, knowing I would be there in attendance. What? I don't know what to think, people. I learned later that Lauren announced her plans publicly on the live stream. Oh, okay. A video of the announcement is expected to be offered in my defense. Lauren was not a speaker and did not have a booth at CrimeCon. She purchased a day pass, and CrimeCon was not a work event for Mathis, as she stated in her second declaration. So I arrived in Denver, Colorado, and checked in the hotel on September 3rd. On the 5th, I was headed to one of the CrimeCon panels when approached by an officer. Police gave me a temporary injunction and told to remain in the hotel and not to attend CrimeCon events. The police told me where I could and could not go. The police explained to me I was permitted to remain at the hotel and access all the areas at the hotel. Except I was not allowed to go beyond the designated CrimeCon sign or CrimeCon events. I was asked about the hotel bar. They told me I could go there as long as I was not, I could be there as long as it was not the CrimeCon convention and I was not approaching 500 feet of Lauren. The audio of the conversation is expected to be offered in my defense. The night I was at the hotel parking picture, H of her employer, prior to arriving to the bar, one of my friends confirmed that Lauren was not in the bar. After being in the bar for several hours, I notified a friend of Lauren had entered the bar. I immediately wrapped up and I was okay. I immediately wrapped up and I was doing and left what I was doing. Wrapped up what I was doing. Okay. Sorry, guys. That was me. I mean, all these words are coming together for me. I did not intentionally stand close to Lauren or Grayson. Lauren alleged in the second declaration rather than entered my space. On the 6th, I was again in the hotel restaurant when Lauren appeared because she wanted to come to the bar. She called the police and had me removed from the bar. During my conversation with the police, Lauren and Grayson walked right by us, which is inconsistent with her claim that she was afraid of me. In other words, after serving me an order that prevented me from being within 500 feet, Lauren purposely entered the space to force an encounter, just as she's done the prior day to H following the cease and desist letter. On the 7th, I was having lunch in one of the hotel restaurants. I left with another individual, Joe, and walked across the center courtyard between restaurants. I saw Lauren immediately left the area with D. At no point did I attempt to approach or communicate with Lauren. That same weekend at CrimeCon, I posted 3 videos that I created long before receiving a temporary injunction. The videos are not posted to a targeted account, as Lauren claims, nor are they directed at Lauren and not threatening, defamatory, or harassing. I do not believe the injunction restricted my ability to post public commentary. Lauren feared fear and emotional distress. I have never threatened or caused any or threatening Lauren, her husband, or her co-workers. During that time that I was friends with Lauren, I observed and learned many things about Lauren's mental and emotional health. I personally observed signs that Lauren was anxious, depressed, otherwise mentally, emotionally unwell. This leads me to many questions and statements Lauren makes regarding her mental and emotional health, and that Lauren declarations at a minimum that cause of the emotional and mental health problems. See, there's something else here. I mean, to act like this, where? Okay, similar to declaration claims, what's her name? Grayson needs anxiety medication to manage the effects I was causing. When I know from personal interaction with Grayson that she has received mental health treatment, including medication, well before the issues alleged in the Grayson declaration. Yeah, there would be stuff to there'll be documentation of all that. I did not cause, nor is it reasonable for Grayson to claim I caused. Ouch. Sorry, guys. Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. I got to pause a minute. My feet fell asleep. Don't laugh. I'm coming into chat. Hey, how are you? Yes, I will. Give me the right email and I'll send it all to you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. I got to stand up. My feet fell asleep. Oh. Mm-hmm. Holy crap. YouTube Streets, I need your email address. All right, here we go. I'm going back at it, people, with my numb feet and all. All right, let's do this. All right. Where are we? I did not cut. Okay, where? I am not obsessed with Lauren, as she claims. I've simply responded when she has involved me, when she has made false or misleading. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I agree there. When she made false or misleading public statements, I believe that Lauren is singularly fixated on preventing me from engaging in public discourse regarding any information about or even related to Lauren that Lauren deems hurtful or harmful. None of my public posts shows Lauren's face, uses her name, or encourages others to contact her. I express my opinion on matters of public concern and interest in my subscribers, followers, and friends. Lauren and Grayson have both been engaged in conduct towards HD and S and others that strongly contradicts their testimony, such as reaching out to me by phone, taking purposely steps to put herself in the same location. Wow, this is crazy, you guys. Who's doing what to who? This is crazy. Okay. Lauren public post also contradicts her and Grayson testimony that Lauren and Grayson have experienced fear and emotional distress. For example, these two, in my opinion, they're doing it to each other. They're doing it to each other. They're creating this in their head. Obviously. For example, while Lauren decorates state that she incapacitated by fear for months, she is capitally creating, publishing, promoting content on podcasts and social media during the same period. YouTube Street saying answering. I need an email and I'll send it. Lauren has published live content over 100 times since April 9th, 2025. She has posted hundreds and pre-recorded videos and podcast episodes during that same period of various platforms. On July 6th, Lauren and her husband posted hidden true crime podcast called Cults and Conformity, in which they discuss a variety of topics, including interpersonal relationships, the nature of cults and communities, family dynamics, conformity, cyberbullying, AI regulations. Multiple times in the episode, Lauren mentions how she has always liked chaos, though not necessarily the kind of chaos that hurts people. Lauren also describes how she does not like confrontory, and for that reason, many people do not like her. Lauren's husband casually mentioned in their company had experienced growing pains due to negative interactions with public. Well, my God, you guys, what are you doing online then? Why are you on social media? For real. For real. Let me tell you, I've had a lot of bad stuff happen to me on social media. You got to have a really thick skin. It gets tough. But you get through it, you move on, you block, you do whatever. Right? It can be tough. I still deal with stuff today. Okay. The episode contains no indication that Lauren was afraid, distressed, panicking, which directly contradicts Lauren and Grayson's testimony. They were unable to function in daily life, and the situation had persisted for 4 months. Wow. It contradicts Grayson's testimony that Lauren's husband, a licensed psychologist, what is that? Purportedly, the very next morning, confided to Grayson that Lauren she wanted to do self-harm. Around the same time, Lauren also appeared on an episode of Mormon Stories podcast where she shared her thoughts and personal details about her life. Again, this contradicts Lauren and Grayson's testimony that she was living in fear and unable to function. Instead, it illustrates how Lauren is using this proceeding to attempt to squash a legitimate public discourse on topics and issues that she has spoken about in various media. Most recently, August 2nd, 2025, Mathis appeared on the Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo podcast where she announced that she would attend CrimeCon and discuss numerous topics. To date, the episode has over 12,000 views and approximately 250 comments. Okay, so that was August 2nd. Declare under penalty of perjury. Okay, you know what? She has a really good attorney. Look at how this attorney wrote this stuff up compared to Lawrence. Yeah. Yeah. Is everybody bored? Is everybody bored? Is everybody bored? You guys, how many
They
more
all-
do we got?
They all
I'm just going to
post.
count. We have how many more to go through? I think 25 more.
Oh, Jesus.
And that's not including the exhibits. I told you it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
We have declarations coming from all the other people. Oh my God, this is crazy, you guys. I'm glad we're getting the truth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, we're getting both sides now, right? It was really one-sided. But now we get to hear how things have been twisted. This has never been about fear. No, not at all. It was to silence people.
Well, I'm going to retract what I just said about getting the truth. We're getting what was presented to the court. The truth might lie somewhere in there.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. This is crazy. But oh my God.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It
Yeah.
seems rather blown out of proportion. And still a waste of time.
I want to know what judge allowed this. I want to see those documents. I know I'm getting loud. I want to see it. Because it makes no sense that a judge would grant emergency order of protection. On what? On what? On what? Words?
True.
Words? Words?
Did I hear somewhere that her brother was an attorney? Is that correct?
I thought I seen somebody write that in chat.
Yeah, something about that her attorneys are at the firm that her brother worked at, I think is what was typed in.
Yep. Yep, I think I said that too.
If that's the case, there could have been some preference there to be represented by the late brother's firm. That firm then taking it to a judge they may have a history with or know. After a while, the lawyers get to know which judge is tough on this, which one is sensitive to that. Could it have been targeted that way?
I think Lawrence used to not having anybody get in her way. Lauren, and I said this from the beginning, and you made your comment, J13, which was cool. I said she's got to be the first for everything. Me. And you stuck up for her.
I didn't necessarily stick up for her. I said that
not stick up for her.
Yeah, wanting to.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, wanting to be the first to get the scoop seems to be a common trait with people who do reporting, journalism, photography, stuff like that.
No, she will actually step on your feet.
Yeah, and if that's the case, it's rather dog eat dog, apparently.
I don't know. I couldn't do it. Yeah.
I don't know. The more that comes out, the more it seems like there's been a lot of mutual shots over the bow, so to speak.
I agree with you. Yep.
It's definitely not a black and white situation at all in any way, shape, or form.
They're all guilty. And I'm going to have to go live on TikTok sometime, never have before, to set these people straight. They're blowing up my comment section. It's like, I'm not going to go back and forth with these people. I mean,
Yeah.
actually go read the documents. Read the documents. And don't come after me because of my opinion. God, I hate it when people do that.
Yep.
You can have your own opinion, just don't attack me for mine on my own.
Exactly.
right? Don't be
Grow
so
up.
rude.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
There's a way
Yeah.
to respectfully disagree with somebody else's viewpoint, opinion, beliefs, etc.
Right.
It doesn't have to be
But-
nasty.
So I'm probably going to come live again later to continue with all these court documents, but I need to find out how she got the order of protection to begin with. Where are those documents? If anybody knows where those documents is, can you let me know, please?
Yeah, that would be.
I just want to see how. Aren't you curious how it started? How she got this? How was she
Yeah.
able to get this?
Yep. Something's missing here.
There's a big hole missing. Big hole. We said that all along. There's something missing in between here. Because it don't make sense. Hey, she put this out there. She wanted to be law and crime, but you know what? She just made this a whole lot worse. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it would have slipped under the radar,
Mhm.
maybe forever, or
It would have.
it would not have been nearly as big without that 9 hour. That 9 hour just did everything it was set out to do. It blew shit up.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom. Hold on.
Oh, thanks for sharing. You're so kind. So, okay, chat, who's still awake? Anybody? I know Patty's driving, so I'm hoping she's awake behind the wheel. Nobody else? No? Anybody? Ah, Melissa. Melissa, you're at work, so you can't be sleeping. So, I mean, you could. You shouldn't. Misty's working. Hi, Misty. Glad we didn't put you to sleep. The legalese is definitely boring. Very boring. And an extreme waste of time, in my opinion. But that's exactly what it is, my opinion. To waste the court's time and waste my own time on such negative BS. I got better things to do.
You're funny, girl. I walked away. I'm sorry. Yeah, I told you people had to go to the bathroom. Okay.
I know.
You're so funny. But no, you go. Thanks for letting me know. I was laughing, but I was muted. I was laughing at you. I'm like, oh my god.
You should have left
The way
it
you
unmuted.
said it.
So you should have left it unmuted so we could hear you laughing from the potty.
Oh. Look at there. There's my Aussie friend. How you doing, girl? I miss you.
Where is she? Where is she?
Right here. That's my Aussie friend.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I want to show you guys something. I'm not looking my best, but I want to show you something. Mind you, I'm going to do part 2 later of all this stuff. Was sad to see a large creator give Lauren a platform before all the facts came out. This is high school drama. Yes, it is.
It is, Carolyn Cooper. It's, jeez.
What's funny about that large creator, they should have read some documents before they even opened their mouth. Just saying, because they're law enforcement. You'd think. That's all I gotta say. That's all.
Negative.
Okay,
Nancy.
Okay, last week I made this video, or this is me and Nala last week on a trail, right? Remember I talked about the geo whatever?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta calm some people down because they're like, you gotta put that back. Pay attention. Pay attention to what I say. I put it back. Okay, let's watch it. Hold on. Some people, I'm telling you, I just wish I could go live and say, hey, pay attention. Okay, this is me and Nala. We were in the woods and I found something. Okay? I don't know what this shit is. Okay, let's watch. So I took video. Anybody ever off the trail? Okay, hold on. Should I go check and see what could be in there? Hey guys, I got it. I don't know what it is. Geo catch. What is this? Okay, I'll go open it somewhere else. Okay, me and Nala made it. It's just starting to get windy. It's supposed to start raining here any minute. But you know what I'm thinking that is? I think there's bullets in that, but we will find out. Stay tuned. Hey guys, when I was here yesterday, I found this little box. By accident, mind you. Watch out, Nala. I'm trying to open it. I was trying to open it yesterday, but I couldn't. But right now I'm showing you what I put in this. Okay, a note. But also this bracelet. Justice for Timmy. Now, I'm putting this back. Have you guys heard of geocache? Well, I had to Google it. Well, now I got to put it back where I found it. I see. I swear to God, I swear to God, people don't put it back where I found it. People do not pay attention. I said I'm putting it back where I found it, but I found out what geo is, right? And what I did is going to be my new thing now. I put a note in there, the date, when I found this box. Of course, I didn't put my name or anything, but I also I have Justice for Timmy D's bracelet. I put it in there because what you do in this geotech thing, you take something and you put something in this box. And my way of spreading now missing people or injustice, I'm going to put their bracelets out there in the woods and shit. Give it back to nature. What do you think about that? Because there's going to be other people that are going to find this box, right? And they're going to take that bracelet and they're going to see it says Justice for Timmy D's, right? So what are they going to do? They're going to Google it and wonder, what is that, right? Another way to get the story out there, people. Nature. But that's what I did. And I'm going to do that if anybody... Well, I got other bracelets here that I'm going to put, I'm going to get them out there, people. I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to give it back to nature, man. Give it to Mother Earth. But that's what you do with the geocache. I had to Google it and everything, and I freaked out. I'm like, oh, I got to bring this back. What should I put in there? What should I put in there? So, yeah, I put Timmy's bracelet in there. I thought it was awesome. Hi, how are you? Why did YouTube change everybody's names? I'm going to get so confused. You want to play?
If you go into your channel and change your @channel name to the same as your username, then they'll be the same. But yeah, I don't like the fact that it changed everything.
Yeah, it did.
It's annoying.
Because Patty Sturgis right now.
Patty the Natty?
Yeah, she's not Patty Sturgis right now, but I still call her Patty Sturgis. So anyways, that is the situation. And don't worry. I put the box back. Okay?
Yeah,
I put it
don't
back.
freak out, geocache players.
Yeah. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Okay? I've never heard of anything like that, people. Okay? I was in
If
shock. I
anything,
found
They should be happy because now they have another player.
But do you see how it was hidden? This is off. This is not on the trail. It is off. Me and Nala went searching for whatever that day. I mean, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Well, that's kind
I'm
of the point.
gonna go get
It has to be a little off the beaten path in order for them to
Do
find
you,
it.
do you see the wires? Do you see the wiring though? There's bob wires and everything I went through to get to that.
Wow.
I was crazy, people. Crazy.
But no bullets in there.
No bullets, though. No bullets. I was thinking there's bullets.
It's a little small to be an ammo case. I mean, no. Our ammo cases are quite big.
What is? What? I'm lost. Cincinnati, Ohio. Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay. Patty and the Natty. Got it.
Yeah, so there's that. But people, I gotta get going. I gotta get ready. Me and my Nala, we're gonna be we're going on the trail again today. Yes, we
Yay.
are. And hopefully it will be beautiful with the leaves changing.
Yeah, that doesn't happen here, really.
I don't,
No.
I don't know. I've never been there, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the only. Oh, never mind. I gotta keep my mouth shut sometimes.
It's the
Yeah.
only.
I have missed you, girl. I have missed you. I have missed you. Been wondering where the hell you been. Where the hell have you been? Okay, so I gotta get going. I gotta get ready. Gotta go get me and Nala ready. But I will be live later. I will say 3 o'clock. We will continue this coverage at 3 p.m. people. Okay? I will do a notification thing. I'll set it up. I'll set it up, people.
The boring.
It's gonna be a
stuff.
setup. Get that? It's gonna be a big setup.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks for having me up.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. Bye,
Love you
all.
guys. Bye.
Boot up the stream, grab your snack and noodle. Here comes the queen, Kid and Caboodle. Wi-Fi blazing, wig on tilt. More drama than a soap opera quilt. Kid logs on in a sparkly robe, sipping iced tea like she runs the globe. Drops more truth than a psychic at noon, with a cat named Taco and a raccoon named Boom. Kid and Caboodle is a hot shit Uber, Wi-Fi warrior, clickbait mover, shaking up the algorithm like a smoothie blender. Watch out, troll, she's a copyright sender. Hot shit YouTuber, talking tea with a pink ring light aura. Yeah. She reviews shampoo and ghost hunts too. Caught Bigfoot slipping in a Gucci shoe. Unboxes snacks, talks haunted dolls, and drops a diss track on bathroom stalls. Kid and Caboodle is a hot shit YouTuber, hashtag queen, thumbnail smoother, dancing in a studio with a llama on her head, uploading content even while in bed. Hot shit YouTuber, even aliens subscribe, that's no rumor. Yeah. She vlogs in Walmart, midnight mission, caught in aisle 9 with divine precision. Mic in hand, she interviews cheese. Sir, you aware you're lactose free? Goes live while baking glitter pies. Starts a feud with ducks, no lies. Reacts to Karen's, paints her Jeep, and once went viral yelling sheep don't sleep. Kid and Caboodle is a hot shit Uber, ring light blazing, sassy maneuver. Bans a troll while dancing to chair, then sells merch made from her own hair. Hot shit YouTuber, even her outro has a blooper. She taught a goose to play Fortnite, hosted a seance on Tuesday night, got possessed midstream, ate a burrito, still hit upload, respect amigo. Now Netflix calls and brands fans wanna collab, but Kit just vlogged from her glittery cab. She's not here for clout or fame, she's here to win the YouTube Hunger Games. Kitten Caboodle is a hot chick